Hey guys, it's time for AEW Dynamite results and Rampage predictions. First off, Jungle Boy Jack Perry came out with a microphone in hand. The crowd wasn't very excited for this, it seemed, but it was nice to see what was going on. Before Perry could get his sentence out, Sammy's music interrupted. Before Sammy could talk, Darby Allin showed up. Darby Allin said he's known Sammy the longest, likes him the most, but is the least qualified to challenge for the world title. While Allin and Sting view each other as equals, Guevara is a follower to Chris Jericho. Allin also said Perry had to work the least hardest to get here since he is part of the California clique. And then not long afterwards, MJF music hit. He ran down Pittsburgh for thinking Britt is talented. And then MJF talks to Tony Khan, and they will have a Pillars tournament with the winner facing MJF at Double or Nothing for the AEW title. The AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker had a tag team matchup against Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. This matchup was pretty decent. Seeing Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker DMD win was not surprising, as that was my prediction. Renee Paquette is backstage with Wardlow, who said he once had a horseman in his corner to help him out and give advice. Tonight he reached out to another horseman to help him even the playing field, since QT is in Powerhouse Hobbs' corner. And Arn Anderson then showed up and said Tully Blanchard is a smart guy who was one of the best checkers players, but tonight they're playing chess. The Elite returned to address the Blackpool Comic Club, and Omega looked different. I don't know what about him, but I kind of think he did something with his eyebrows, but I don't know. He looked different than he normally does. They had some words to say. Blackpool Comic Club was called out. Bryan Danielson was at the big screen, calling them amateurs, and then Blackpool Comic Club then came out to attack the Elite. There was a huge brawl that happened. Don Callis ran out with a chair from the back. He saw the numbers were against him, though, so he dropped the chair and ran away. And later on, Callis came running out from the back with Konosuke Takeshita. And Takeshita and Omega worked together to bring down Blackpool Comic Club. So it seems we might be seeing Blackpool Comic Club versus the Elite with Konosuke Takeshita with a 4-on-4 at some point. Wardlow defeated Powerhouse Hobbs to become the new TNT champion, which is sad to see there, but ultimately is whatever. What is with the TNT championship and having bad booking? Like, it seems that the championship is changed up all the time, and it sucks to see that Powerhouse Hobbs didn't have a longer reign as TNT champion, but at the same time, I'm not too surprised. Apparently, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus showed up, and it looks like we might have a new challenger for the TNT belt. Most likely Luchasaurus. Reempeege tried to interview Sammy Guevara before his match with Jungle Boy. MJF interrupted loudly. And then he wanted to pay off Guevara to get in the main event of Double or Nothing and take the fall. Guevara refused, but MJF handed over a blank check, turned his back, and told Guevara to name the price. MJF was blown away by the price Guevara set, but agrees and wants to shake his hand. Guevara said friends don't shake hands, but they hug. Jay White with Juice Robinson had a matchup against Commander. Which Commander did a much better job this time around of not relying on springboard moves. This was a much smoother matchup than it was against Sammy Guevara. Strong showing for Jay White's matchup as well. This was a good way to give Jay White a match, and this was a good way to give Commander one more matchup before he officially becomes All Elite. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, Commander is All Elite. Post-match, Juice Robinson dragged Spears over the barricade as he and White started a beatdown before Ricky Starks ran to the ring. Robinson was dropped with a spear as White bailed with Bullet Club Gold retreating. Renee was backstage with FTR as she told them Mark Briscoe was being tended to by medical staff after being attacked by the varsity athletes. FTR ran into the trainer's room where Briscoe was with Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Jeff Jarrett, and Saddam Singh. Briscoe said he could fight, but the doctor said no. So Briscoe then suggested Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and FTR fight for him. Everyone not named Mark Briscoe was not a fan of this, but they all did shake hands doing it for Mark Briscoe. Chris Jericho and Adam Cole were face to face, and Cole had a lot of respect for Jericho, but Jericho did not have any respect for him. They had some stuff to say, and then there was a brawl, which Britt Baker came out, but the Outcasts appeared and beat down Britt Baker. Garcia handcuffed Cole to the bottom rope, while the Outcasts were beating down Britt Baker. And then the Outcasts beat down Britt Baker with a kendo stick and made Adam Cole watch the entire thing. The Hardys, Isaiah Cassidy, and Hook, they had a brief video about how Stokely and the Firm should keep their phones on to find out when their match at the Hardy compound will take place. Jeff said he'll address the AEW fans for the first time since his return on Rampage this week. Then the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn defeated Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, and Jake Hager. Apparently, if the Acclaimed lost the matchup, they had to join the JAS. So that was interesting there. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn did win there. Then Sammy Guevara and Jungle Boy were part of the main event. But then MJF came out and attacked Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, before anything too crazy could happen during the matchup, while the referee was being distracted. And coming up next now is Rampage predictions. Oh wait, I have to make my rating for Dynamite. I give Dynamite 4 stars. The crowd did not seem too excited about some of the stuff going on, but there was a lot of good moments. It was a good show. It just the crowd being mixed reactions to everything seemed a bit off. So that's kind of why this lowered the rating for Dynamite. Now it's time for Rampage predictions. Hey guys, now it's time for Rampage predictions. El Hijo del Vikingo will defend the AAA Mega title against Tralistico, in which El Hijo del Vikingo will retain. FTR, Jay Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett will take on Tony Nese, Josh Woods, Ari Daivari, and Slim J, in which FTR, Lethal, and Jarrett will win that matchup. Julia Hart will take on Kiera Hogan. Julia Hart will win that match. Jon Moxley will take on Christopher Daniels, in which Jon Moxley will win that matchup. We will hear from the Hardys, Hook, and Isaiah Cassidy, which I don't see anything too crazy going on here. And we will hear from the TBS champion Jade Cargill, ahead of her matchup against Taya Valkyrie next week. But that's it, guys. This is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night and goodbye. Mwah. Bang.